Okay, we are fast approaching the end of 2025, and boy, this has been quite a year. But it doesn't mean that it's the end of Meghan's problems, because there is still a lot of, let's say, stuff that we have to talk about. And among the things that we need to talk about are the reviews of her Helliday special. I'm pretty sure that Meghan still has some tricks under her sleeve to, I don't know, try to wash the bitter taste that was watching that. Because, yeah, for the first time in ages, I actually saw a show or whatever she put up. I don't know. It's something that since the documentary that was really difficult to recover from, this was... I'm going to say that the documentary was a bit more entertaining than this, I don't know, this Temu Marta Stewart thing. But in this regard, thanks to Nancy Sidley, who did a compilation, big shout out to the Sidley twins. Nancy Sidley did a compilation of all the reviews of Meghan's Helliday special. And as Resting Dollface says, I agree with the Washington Post on Meghan Markle's Netflix cooking show. It was so basic, it felt condescending. But let's read all of them. Again, thanks to Nancy Sidley. Critic quotes about With Love Meghan Helliday special with sources. Number 1, The Independent. Quote, all a little step for wives, not informative, fun, enjoyable, or even aspirational. I've always had a problem with that word, step for wives, and especially when people use that for Meghan. I know what you mean, right? You want to like to mock this archetypical all perfection, but the problem is that the moment that you say step for wives, I don't know, my generation, for me, I think of Nicole Kidman. So it's very difficult to compete with Nicole Kidman in a lot of stuff, right? So, and for reasons. And the moment I see the step for wives label applied to Meghan, I say, no, wait a second. That's it's not even that. It has to be some kind of lower tier step for wife territory, something, some lower denomination. Enjoyable or even aspirational. Number 2, The Independent in an alternative review. Predictably insipid. A 1-star festive effort. At least they call that an effort. And again, I still want to congratulate to everybody who was in charge of the production of the show, because the sound engineering, the editing, the production, the set pieces, because, well, those are not real houses, or those are set pieces. And if those are real houses, the lighting, everything was so beautiful. I have to say the production was top notch. Too bad it had Meghan on it, and too bad, number 2, it was really boring. So I don't know. It's I'm looking too much at my type-in. This is a new type-in that is I get to, being too mindful of the details. That's something that Meghan and I have in common. How about that? Something that happens. We have to acknowledge that, the attention to detail. Number 3, The Guardian. She serves food that looks like animal droppings and cooks a meal that Prince Harry hates. Yeah, I think that they took that from the body language guy of the Royal Rogue in this case. And I analyzed that face that Harry did oh no, this is not it. And in fact, Harry roasted Meghan expressly, as in a, friendly roast. There's no friendly roast when you have faces like those. Meghan with her fake smile all the time, and Harry trying to pretend that he has a happy life, so joyful. I mean, I can understand. This has to be the most difficult thing for Harry, who was used to, Christmas at home, at his real home, that he despised, that he destroyed, that he burned the bridges. That's on him, and he's paying the price. And I'm here for it. I'm going to tell you, I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. To watch that. Let's see it. Next one, The Guardian again. A glossy, hollow exercise in curated perfection. I wouldn't say perfection, I wouldn't say that that word. It was nothing close to perfect. You remember that we analyzed the body language of some of the people there. Naomi Osaka, that's her, bored face all the time. So we're going to give her a pass. Maybe we cannot decipher her face. But that chef at the end, that guy was really disgusted with whatever Meghan was doing. Whatever, I don't know, war crime she was doing while cooking. So we got proof that perfection, no, that's not a word that we should be using. Number 5, the Washington Post. Her advice felt so basic as to be condescending or so elevated as to be out of touch. Well, you know that she elevates everything with the dead flowers. The dead flowers are instrumental to elevating things, like all that she does, even the yogurt and that she serves with her own hands, the same hands with the same jewelry when she massages the turkey, and then she went on to prepare the glasses of yogurt for her guests. Well, no, that was unsettling enough. That was unsettling enough. My God. Irish Times, number 6. The reek of forced fun is ever present. Even Harry looks embarrassed. I mean, stop trying to put Harry through this. Harry was at the end, like 30 seconds or something. He was not even at the toast at the end of the show. That was pathetic. I think that this was 100% Meghan, and it's not only Harry who was embarrassed. I think it was some of the guests, maybe the guy who was preparing those, I don't know, those things that you pull with the gifts and stuff. I was 20 minutes in. I remember I was 20 minutes in. I tweeted that, and I was bored to death. How is this a thing? How do you have such influence, so much money for production? Because Netflix is, I didn't know that Netflix was swimming in cash, in so much money to be able to have that bid to buy Warner Brothers. It seems that Paramount has a better bid, since that Paramount has like 10 billion more to buy that in actual cash. In fact, it's Netflix, the buyout would not be in cash. In fact, I think buyout is not the right word, but it so happens that Paramount's willing to have this actual cash. I need to make a video about that. We are talking about Meghan and the reviews. Irish Times, again, number 7, it becomes numbing in its relentless self-congratulation. You know that Meghan should have built some kind of cardboard Meghan hand so she could like tap herself in the back repeatedly, have some kind of machine that taps her in the back for everything that she does. Maybe she pulls some kind of lever or some kind of string, and the little cardboard hand with the jewelry, of course, taps herself in the back. That would be nice. That would be a nice, crafts project. Number 8, The Spectator, unendurable, a chore to sit through. I think that was exquisitely on point. That was precisely how I felt, and I watched that at 1.5 speed. Number 9, The Spectator again. The Duchess is simply not a compelling television presence. How can you say that? I have heard that all those reruns of Suits are successful just because of Meghan. Not because the series or the show is good. No, not only because of Meghan. Even if she is not like a... How many lines did Meghan have? I should... You know that at this point in my life, I don't know if I've said this, if I have revealed this fact, I have not watched Suits. In fact, I really haven't been able to watch any series or even movies lately. That's how, having my channel to Common Entertainment it's a bit hard if you don't watch the stuff to be able to talk about that, much less Meghan. But I'm not watching Suits anytime soon, and maybe I could give it a try. I don't know, and maybe that could, I could I could think about doing something like that. Maybe. That's a nice idea. Number 10, the News International pointless, tone-deaf attempt at festive lifestyle branding. Yeah, pointless is the word because that was my question. What is the point of this? Who watches this? Who is the target audience of this? I did not get it. I didn't get a single answer out of those questions. Number 11, Decider, more style than substance. Number 12, Decider again, a festive special nobody asked for. Again, Netflix has the money, go for it. They were burning for it, and you know that Meghan's this contract is not the word. This whatever she had with the Netflix is done. It's only a first look right now. Seems that they're gonna do something about Diana. Let's see how that works. Let's see how Harry is inserting that with his all his traumas and all that resurfacing again. Maybe they can call Oprah, for the good old times. Evening Standard, number 13, mad, sad, and self-indulgent. Number 14, The Express, a holiday flop met with overwhelmingly poor reviews. Like this. This is like over Inception reviews. What is this? And viewer consensus in Rotten Tomatoes, which I would say it could be a bit skewed. Painful to watch, artificial, and empty. At least this was the viewer consensus, but not the actual, those paid for reviews. But I would like to know, what is your review of this? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.